Okay, I repeat, do not try to go ahead and get yourself a mental health diagnosis in order to avoid the draft. It will not work. Stop listening to people on TikTok. There is absolutely another way, and before I get into that, I want you to know that they are starting to target people who have mental health disorders, so that's not the way that you want to go. You obviously did not pay attention to my last video on the pros and cons of seeking a mental health diagnosis, which said that if you had a disorder that you thought that you no longer aligned with, to get it removed for that very reason. And two, because it just doesn't go that way. You can't walk into your doctor's office and say, yes, can you order me up bipolar, please? No, it's not going to work, buddy. And for those who don't know, I am Tippy. I'm a former Army Airborne chaplain, and I used to do this all day and every day. I would vet soldiers to see if they were fit for duty. And I'm not giving you advice, I am just telling you that in my role, I would have to vet conscientious objectors. What's a conscientious objector? Well, I'm glad you asked. A conscientious objector is someone who opposes serving in the armed forces or bearing arms on the grounds of moral, ethical, or religious beliefs. And in order to be recognized as a CO and avoid the draft, a person must convincingly affirm these three things to the selective service system. You ready? Grab a pen and lock in. Okay, the first one is you must have a sincere belief in opposition to war. This is not for a specific conflict. This is not a moment of opportunity. And this is definitely not politically motivated. So you will leave all of that out of your letter. For example, this would be the belief of that taking a human life in war is wrong according to my faith in God and my moral conscience, okay? Next, consistent conduct supporting their belief. And that means that your lifestyle and choices need to align with your opposition to war. Have you been making posts about it? Have you been going to protests? Have you been an activist of any sort? And people will need to verify this for you on your behalf. So, yes. And the most important one is three, you must have a willingness to perform alternative service. This means that the objector must affirm that they are not trying to avoid duty altogether, but are willing to serve the country in a non combatant alternative capacity. You'd say things like, while I cannot bear arms or engage in combat, I am ready to serve my nation in a humanitarian or civic manner. There aren't many of those jobs, so read between the lines, okay? If those apply to you, write out an affidavit, attach it to your letter, and send it off to them with supporting documentation from clergy like myself, mental health providers, bosses, you name it. Anything can help. Again, not legal advice, just educating you on the possibilities of what I used to do in my capacity as a chaplain. So let me know if you have any further questions. This will not be up here long because TikTok already muted the last one I tried to make. So there you go. Hope it helped. Thanks.